Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to the bedroom as I get the opportunity to return. This is Black Sails, Season 4, Episode 7. I thought we were closer to the end than we were, but we're not. But holy crap, we had a development. Maddie has been killed, as has Eleanor Guthrie. She is no more. Woods told Spain, burned it all down. And they did. However, Max has a plan that involves Eleanor's grandfather because why would he care? We don't know. And a bunch of pirates have gathered on the Maroon Island and they're going to try to take it back. Is there anything left to take back? Doesn't matter. Is it a point of pride now? Feels as if it's a point of pride. And John, I don't think we're going to get the same John Silver we've had before. He's been changing, but I think this is gonna do something. I don't know. We'll have to watch. And so I'm so glad that you are here with me. We're going to get to it under the big cozy blanket. I've switched to a Washington apple because it was handy and it's refreshing, sort of citrusy. I know I got off the citrus beverages while I was watching Black Sails because, you know, it's winter. It's winter. But I have all of you who can remember you can watch this full episode with me on Patreon where I would love to see you. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let the mayhem begin. And you can't even bury your daughter. She can't even bury her daughter. Mama Scott has sacrificed a lot for this war. So who's now in charge of all of this? In charge. Is it John or is it still Flint? Who will they listen to?
Whatever the difference is, everyone is here to be part of ending colonial rule in the New World. As long as that's a possibility, no one wants to be the one to spoil the chance. How are you?
I'm breathing.
With Bridgetown as a staging ground, how many men could you muster to move to the mainland?
700?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It might just be enough for us to sack Boston.
Boston?
Boston? Boston?
Fools. I saved your men's lives and yours from the fight you started but could not finish. And now you would start another that no man can hope to finish.
Then leave.
John's had enough of it.
This war is going to begin. This camp is going to fight it, with or without you.
We're all free men here, and I wish to stay that way.
As do we all. So what's your plan, sir? Ooh! That is infected. That's gangrene. She's gonna lose her hand. She's gonna lose her hand. They're not in the Caribbean anymore. Alone with his principles. I was wondering where she ended up, if she was in Cuba or back here with them.
You asked to see me, my lord?
Is he gonna lash out at her for his ill choices?
I cannot imagine what sort of horror this is for you.
What about the whole village?
The choices she made in recent days were made out of concern for you. And out of love.
I spoke with Governor Racha.
Governor Racha assured me he had already written off the missing cash.
But Captain Rackham, he said he'd never asked for Captain Rackham. You added that part. A convenient lie to placate her valor and improve your own prospects for survival, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes.
Eleanor betrayed me. But if it had occurred first to someone else...
No, sir.
Someone standing so close to her who could and would manipulate her.
He is deflecting. He's deflecting.
Not now.
But you'd asked to be notified when we were finished dressing the body.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Rolls.
You may go.
In dressing the body, my lord. I don't know how to say it.
Leave.
Beg pardon, ma'am?
Mr. Rolls, get out of this room.
Mrs. Hudson.
You don't want to hear what he's about to tell you. You don't want to hear about it this way.
Well, too late. You told him now. Too late.
Entry fee, 2 shillings. Pilot's fee, 2 shillings. Pilot's fee, departure, paid in advance.
Oh, they have to pay to dock. They have to pay to dock.
Voluntary contribution to the Society of Friends, 2 shillings.
Did he know where to find Mr. Guthrie?
He did.
When he hears the news we are bringing, he will grant us an audience.
No. It's no we.
You and you alone.
I believe I should be with you.
I'm sure you do. The last thing I need to overhear when Mr. Guthrie rejects our proposal is, Monsieur Constable, what sort of reward might one expect for aiding in the capture of a notorious pirate captain, such as, say, Jacques Rackham? Is that much? Oh, well, what do you know? There he is.
Has Max ever been off the island? Is this her first journey?
I can no longer feel my balls. Somehow only just occurred to me how ruined we'll be if I fail to win the man on the other side of that door to our cause. But worst of all, he'll have won. Woods Rogers will sit in Nassau and grow old knowing that he was measured against us and proven the better man.
Oh, that will irk Jack to no end.
So don't fail.
Thanks.
There is no lasting security to be had here. We'll fight to change that.
Nothing is lasting. You now have the resources to have it here. There is a treasure in the ground here. You will purchase whatever is needed to survive.
Oh.
No one has ever been this close. This near a chance to change the world.
No one changes the world. Not like this. Not all at once. The world is too strong for that.
She's gonna believe in her daughter. Why does he have so many guys? What is he doing?
I'm sorry?
Who's this?
Is it true that you've come from Nassau? You're a pirate. I hear everyone knows everyone there. Even the giants. Did you know Edward Teach?
Yeah.
And Jack Rackham? Did you know him
She's heard of Jack.
I heard a story that Jack Rackham outsmarted Captain Flint to capture a Spanish treasure galleon right out from under him.
Yeah.
Jack.
Whether or not that story is true.
What about Charles Vane?
Jack. Oh, Charles.
He was the bravest man I ever knew.
Well, Jack's heard his name spoken with the giants. This is his dream.
Loyal to a fault. And in a world where honesty is so regularly and casually disregarded.
I heard he cut off a man's head and left it as a marker in the sand to anyone who would cross him. I heard he sometimes butchered his enemies for amusement. Made stew of their flesh. He was truly an animal.
No.
I beg your pardon, but you believe this?
I read it in a newspaper.
So it must be true.
Charles Vane was a good man. What I told you was the truth. Put down the newspapers and read a book.
I said the truth isn't nearly as interesting.
I understand you believe we have business. News of the Bahama Islands of some sort, Mr.
Captain Jack Rackham.
Say what you came to say.
Your granddaughter Eleanor is dead. I come to offer an opportunity to see that offense answered and find great commercial opportunity in the process.
He added the kicker.
You could own Woods Rogers and see him imprisoned. Meanwhile, while Nassau smolders, her real property could be bought for a song. To own the island, shape the regime that runs it, and do it all while seeing justice visited on your granddaughter's murderer.
No.
While the pirates are pirating. Did you say no?
To which part?
No.
All of it?
No.
The offense to my family's name was done a long time ago. And are no longer a family of mine.
That's what I would expect him to say. That's what I expected him to say. So who's the older lady?
She's dead, isn't she?
That grandmother?
And who are you?
Her grandmother. Wait outside. I'll join you shortly.
I've seen this actress and I can't remember where from recently.
She saw a life with you and the child, and she was determined to deliver you all into it.
I'd like a moment alone.
That means run. Run away. Run away. Ooh. So what are those accusatory eyes? So what's your next move, Rogers? What's your next move? Not the time to interrupt him.
I beg
Dude.
your pardon, my lord.
Can't you see he's a little busy?
We found him amongst prisoners in the interior.
Billy.
A ringleader of the pirate militia. He surrendered himself.
He surrendered himself.
He said he wanted to make a deal.
Of course he did. I love the blue tinge they're giving to Jack here in Delaware. It's Delaware, right?
Those men at that table are among the wealthiest in the Pennsylvania colony and critical suppliers to my husband's business. They consider character to be of paramount importance in choosing their partners.
Pennsylvania.
And you just stood in front of them and proposed that my husband join you in a revenge plot against the royal governor of New Providence Island. My husband's commercial interests have grown 12-fold in the past 3 years.
3 years?
The estate represents the 9th largest family fortune in the Americas.
Wow.
Does that sound like something built by a man who would discard an opportunity as promising as this because of what the neighbors might think? So what does that tell you?
That guy do business with grandmama.
Either Joseph Guthrie is among the 10 luckiest men in the Americas, or that your husband's business is not entirely managed by your husband.
I see merit to your proposal, but I've yet to see your merit.
She invited me to return this evening to provide details of our proposal, to prove that we could be trusted to manage Nassau in the event of Rogers' removal.
Can she be trusted?
I think you should come with me. If you would look across the table and see a woman with some experience, quietly wielding power over men without them knowing it.
Like speaking to like.
It might go a long way towards winning her.
So we've got 3 plots going on to take over Nassau. I'm exhausted.
I am Long John Silver. The resistance in the interior. I built it. I led it. It was mine.
Why would you tell me this?
Because I'm butthurt.
I don't care about a cause now. I don't care about Nassau now. I want one thing, and one thing only.
What is that?
Revenge!
They all turned on me. Discarded what I'd done for them, the sacrifices I'd made, and left me for dead.
And yet he doesn't see his part in that situation.
I cannot achieve it on my own.
Do you know how?
Could take him to the flippin' island.
They are strong when Flint and Silver are united. Turn them one against the other and their world collapses. I tried once and failed, but I didn't possess the instrument necessary to make it work.
And you possess it now?
You do.
Wait, did she live? Did Maddie live? Wait, did Maddie live?
Brought a friend.
A partner.
There is no business of Nassau's that has not been business of mine for some time. And aside from the interference of Woods Rogers and his men, my business has been sound. This substantiates that.
She brought books. She had books with her.
It's interesting.
When Richard was a little boy, there was a tomcat that lived out in the woods behind the house. Richard would go outside, still in his nightshirt, and feed it. My husband disapproved. He thought it a sign of weakness. So Richard would feed the tomcat. And Joseph would flog him for disobeying, kick the tomcat for instigating. And on and on and on it went. See, none of them was capable of changing. That would seem to be the history of Nassau, too, wouldn't it? A cycle of violence that benefits none and consumes all.
Mm-hmm.
In Nassau's story, which of these roles do you play?
She's the tomcat.
There are entries for your wage laborers here, but I see no accounting for the others.
You're all slaves, ma'am.
I own no slaves, and none work in my employ.
It doesn't seem very wise to me.
You are not from Nassau. It costs less to pay wages than to replace defectors. Or worse yet, to pay guards to watch my door as I sleep.
That isn't the only reason, though, is it?
Because it's decent not to own slaves.
In my life, I have been bought and sold. And as I would be no slave again, nor would I be a master.
So how exactly does one rise from a slave plantation in the French West Indies to a library in Philadelphia trying to remake the world?
Eleanor set her on this path.
You're right. Many men have played a role in Nassau's story, but none have been able to break the cycle of brutality and failure. Your granddaughter came as close as anyone before or since. But at the end of the day, and despite her best intentions,
it was a man that failed her.
There was one truth even she was unable to see, that at some point, progress cannot begin, and suffering will not end, until someone has the courage to go out into the woods and drown the damned cat.
Ha 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 ha. Uh-huh.
But there is one question remaining that you will have to show me you can adequately answer. What will you do when the cat fights back?
There's a ticking clock. Ticking clock, ticking clock, ticking clock.
She's alive.
That was Maddie.
Held hostage by the governor in Nassau.
Unless we bring him the cash and surrender it to him by his deadline, she dies. Who else knows about this?
No one. I summoned only the two of you.
Oh.
My daughter
is
everything to me.
Oh.
As I believe she's to you.
Oh.
But that cash is critical to the success of the war we're about to begin.
We make the argument. This isn't just sentiment. Marty is important to the cause in her own right.
They shared a look. Oh, how do you...
They'll kill her.
If we even introduce this question to the men in this camp, lines will be drawn. Fighting will ensue. This alliance is far too fragile at this stage to
You'll have
withstand
to
that kind of turmoil.
figure out a different way. You have to make sure she is alive.
A week ago, you were willing to trade this money for a fucking fort. And now it's too important to trade for Marty's life?
Things have changed. We will find a way to get her back. We just cannot sacrifice the cash in order to do it.
Is this war more important than her life? Answer the question.
Well, John.
Is this war more important than her life?
John, Maddie was willing to die for this war.
Right now, with what's at stake.
She would say yes.
Yes, it is more important.
Oh, fuck you!
We cannot permit Woods Rogers to divide us like this. I will not permit it. Marty would not permit it, and you know it. We will find her. We will kill anyone who stands in our way, and we will bring her home. When you and I are of the same mind,
you are unstoppable.
There is nothing we have not yet been able to do.
Unstoppable.
I've heard you were with her. I'm asking if she died fighting.
What is that?
Terms. Every fugitive slave in your camp will receive their immediate emancipation.
For now.
Any escaped slave who seeks refuge with you after the ratification of this deal will be surrendered to the law. And any pirate at any time who seeks refuge with you will be surrendered to the law. Because if you don't, I will see to it that every man, woman, and child in that camp is put back into chains. I will see each of them sold far and wide, cast out into the world alone, and then I will burn everything that remains to the ground.
So that just tells me I just need to take you out. I just need to take you out. Just gotta take you out. That's it. You've offered me no choice but to take you out.
That's what defeat looks like.
Oh, she read his book, didn't she?
Eleanor died fighting. As will I.
Madam Guthrie, everything we want for Nassau. There is one final test to prove our worth and to lessen the risk on her end. Flint.
Ah!
She wants him dead, and she wants me to do it.
Ah! Ah! Oh!
Flint will stop at nothing till all the West Indies are ablaze.
I don't think ablaze is the word.
Get through the army of Maroons he calls allies, get through Long John Silver, and somehow escape it all alive. All without you.
And then go to Nassau, and then do all the things. Ugh.
The world would know that you were the one to betray every last one of our brothers. Betray the memory of Charles Vane.
Charles Vane is dead. I do it for us.
They're so sweet. Do you like how Jack now has a winter coat?
Seems confident it's to be done, doesn't he? To rescue her without paying the governor his ransom.
He is confident in his plan.
But...
As am I.
Is he? Are you? What's Mr. Hand got to say?
One of you is more confident than the other, I think.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
It's just because if his plan don't succeed, you'll have to show him that you prepared for the failure, and that a treasure he wanted left in the ground ain't in the ground no more. You're either gonna have to concede and let him have his way, or you're gonna have to kill him. And you know this, don't you?
I think we all know that. So I'm gonna sneeze. More chess! It's more chess! More chess! So with motivation driving plot, motivation changing all the time, obviously with Black Sails, I'm trying to get Flint's motivation pretty unwavering. John's motivation has shifted from himself to whatever Maddie wants, because essentially, sort of with Flint, because he's admiring Flint. He understands Flint to a point. Flint's goals aligned with John's goals at the time. Then Maddie came into play. Now it's all about Maddie. Okay. Billy's just fuck it all. I worked my ass off and they turned on me, not taking responsibility for his own actions. But Billy's just being petty ass. Jack and Max's plan, or I should say Max's plans of getting the Guthries to essentially buy out Nassau and Roger's debts. Put in a form, it's just another form of bureaucracy, right? Except now Guthrie's at the head, calling shots again. We're back to status quo from season 1, yes? Yeah. And they think everybody else is gonna go along with that plan. That's what... Even if Mrs. Guthrie didn't say, give me Flint, they're still under the assumption that everybody else is gonna go along with the plan. No. So the one person I'm having trouble understanding is Rogers. You're, again, being petty ass bitch. So you say raise Nassau to the ground. You still have your debts. You still need commerce. You wiped out your commerce. Your wife is now gone. Your actions did it. Sure, you're going to deflect and blame the pirates. Is your motivation now is just to double down, triple down, quadruple down, and just be more right? I came here because the pirates. Eleanor loved the pirates. She was a pirate. My actions got her killed. I'm going to blame the pirates. So just keep going with that? Is that his motivation? But we essentially now have 3 plans. 4 if you count Julius. 4 if you count Julius. To take over Nassau. It's not sustainable. Who makes more headway first is the question. And who else is gonna die? But Maddie's alive for now. Okay. Well, there we go. What was this? Episode 7? Episode 7. Who else needs a map? Who else needs a map? Well, thank you so much for being with me. Don't be strangers. Hit subscribe so you know when the next video drops. Until we see each other again. We're going to breathe. We're going to stretch. We're going to have some water. We're going to go get some protein. I need some protein right now. And then you're going to come back and watch the next video in the queue. So thanks again, you all. And until next time.